Satnam, hello and flow to you all. Let's go ahead and get started. Like it says there, everyone is welcome and loved here. So now we can go ahead and get started with the Sambuca chant. Thank you all for joining me today. We'll go ahead and get started now with welcoming the Buddhas to our temple. We respectfully welcome Amida Buddha to our temple as we scatter flowers of joy. We respectfully welcome the Buddhas of all times and places to our temple as we scatter flowers of joy. All right. And next up, we'll go ahead and recite the 6 paramitas. Giving, may I be generous and helpful. Guidance, may I be guided by the Buddhist precepts. Tolerance, may I regard the mistakes of others with sympathy. Perseverance, may I do my best in all things. Meditation, may I reflect deeply on my life through the Buddha's teachings. Insight, may I understand the meaning of Namu Amida Butsu. Alright? And one more thing, here we've got the Bodhisattva vows. The many beings are numberless. I vow to save them. Greed, hatred, and ignorance rise endlessly. I vow to abandon them. Dharma gates are countless. I vow to wait to them. Buddha's way is unsurpassed. I vow to embody it fully. All right. I've got another chant for you today. Together, we chant 3 times slowly. Sabe, Sata, Sukhita, Hantu, which means may all beings be happy. So go ahead and chant that 3 times with me. Sabe, Sata, Sukhita, Hantu. Sabe, Sata, Sukhita, Hantu. Sabe, Sata, Sukhita, Hantu. Beloved Sangha, tonight, or today, we begin a new journey. The Brahmavihāras, the 4 Immeasurables, or divine abodes. These are the heart practices of Buddhism: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. They are called immeasurable because they extend without limit to all beings everywhere. We begin with loving kindness, or Mettā, unconditional goodwill. This is not just a feeling, but a practice, a way of training the heart. Today we will also explore how this connects with Carl Jung's teaching of the shadow, the hidden parts of ourselves that long to be accepted. And with that, I'd also like to welcome back Aaron, who's back from Belize.
Awesome. Namaste. I'm so happy to be back. Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you, Gwen. So the Buddha says, just as a mother would protect her own child with her life, so would a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. Loving kindness begins here, in the heart. It is the wish, may I be well. May you be very well. May all beings be very well. It is there a challenge. What about the parts of ourselves that we dislike or we deny and reject about ourselves? This is where Carl Jung's teachings of the shadow enters into our path here for questioning and looking and observation on the path that we're walking and to get the entire truth. So Carl Jung says that we push into the shadow, what we push into the shadow doesn't disappear. It just influences us in hidden ways. So we may not see it anymore. We might not think that other people see it anymore, but it does still come up for interactions within our atmospheres when we least expect it, and we might not even know it's our shadow in play. So if we refuse to face it, it shapes our unconscious very, very big, in a very big way, and then it starts to come out into your environment as well. So Buddhism and Jung meet here. The Buddha calls us to extend metta to all beings. And Jung reminds us that that we must include all the beings within ourselves. The angry child, the fearful self, the part of us that feels unworthy, they too deserve kindness. So imagine saying to your own shadow, "May I be well. May you be peaceful. May you live with ease." This is not an indulgence. This is a healing. This is an integration. When we soften towards the shadow, we become whole again. And when we are whole, our kindness flows all around, teaching others and touching the world. Thank you very much. Quinn?
All right.
All right.
I'll
Quinn's
go ahead
gonna
and
do some
get us
breath work.
started with some breath work. So, as many of you know, and some of you just joining may not know, we practice something called the infinity breath, which is we start out by breathing all of the stale energy as sort of like a lower loop of an 8 formation. So, and then once we've done that, we hold in our center for a moment, and then we breathe in for that upper loop, all that bright, great creator light all around us, and then we hold once more in our center, and then this time when we breathe out, we circulate that energy through us, and then hold once more, and we continue that pattern of breathing. Now, we'll practice this infinity breath, ways to circulate loving kindness endlessly through ourselves and into the world. So for this breath work, go ahead and close your eyes and imagine your breath flowing in the shape of the sideways figure 8, an infinity loop, moving through your heart, circling outward, and then returning. As you inhale, follow the breath around the first loop and set the intention, "May I be well." As you exhale, follow the second loop and set the intention, "May I be at peace." Inhale around the first loop with the intention, "May I be safe." Exhale around the second loop with the intention, "May I live with ease." Continue for several cycles. Feel this infinity breath connecting you to all beings. No beginning, no end, just an endless circle of loving kindness. And just take some time to have that breath work. Just breathe in and out those intentions. here and take the floor for this next part.
Now just keep flowing in your breath, staying very grounded and relaxed. And we're going to go into a little bit deeper of a meditation, and we're going to expand this circle of loving kindness that we are now focusing our attention and our energy on together. So just keep following your breath, beginning with myself and everyone. Let's all just feel in your heart or say out loud, may I be well. May I be peaceful.
May I be peaceful.
May I live with ease.
May I live with ease.
Now just gently bring your mind to someone that you love deeply. Just see them safe and whole. Just sit with that for a minute, seeing them safe and whole. And just see yourself offering them the same words. May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
May you live with ease.
May you live with ease.
Bringing now to the mind someone neutral. Perhaps a neighbor, a stranger you saw last week. Offer them the same blessing. May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
May you live with ease.
May you live with ease.
Finally, bring your mind to someone difficult that may be a little difficult in your life. Without forcing, gently whisper to them, to their image that you're visualizing. May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
And may you be and live with ease.
May you live with ease.
Expand outward to the whole world now with that same energy that you're holding for those 3 people that you visualized. And just expand that circle of where you see that energy attached to each of those persons that you just sent that loving intention to. Now just visualize them multiply by all the people in the world. Just and send that intention out to the whole world. So everyone connecting, holding hands, just being together as one. And just send that loving kindness out to the world for a minute. Just hold that space in your heart. Okay. Just take time with that. Take all the time you need. Now just start to rest here for a few breaths in this boundless, endless love, this space that we're all holding together, connecting the whole world with this love. Just a few more breaths, and when you start to feel like it, you could start to open your eyes, just carrying that harmony, that loving compassion that we just sent out to the world, just bringing that back with you and slowly opening your eyes. Okay.
All right.
So now we're going to talk about homework and integration.
All right. This week, begin and end your day with loving kindness. In the morning, offer the phrases to yourself. In the evening, choose one other person, a friend, a stranger, or even someone you struggle with, and send them Mettā. Journal each night. When did I practice kindness today? How did it shift my energy? For deeper reflection, write a letter to your shadow. Offer it loving kindness. Begin with, even you are worthy of love. May you be well. May you live in peace. And before I move on to the closing blessing, Aaron, do we have a Reiki healing of the minds today?
We sure do.
All right.
Here.
All right. So today's Reiki healing of the mind is real joy. There is no more joyful place in the world than exactly where you are right now, because you cannot experience real joy when your mind is elsewhere, thinking of what has happened in the past or what might happen in the future. Now, for those of you who like to read, I'll go ahead and show this.
It's backwards.
It's backwards.
You like
a
to
little
learn
bit,
a new skill and read backwards?
yeah. All right.
Help clear any blockages, anything you may have that's keeping you from doing all the things that you desire, anything that you've already learned lessons and you're going through the same patterns. Just let that stuff go and just trust that you've gotten what you need from it to move forward with your life, and that you can set some of that heavy weight down and just move forward. Just let those strings just fall away from your energy.
All right. With that, beloved Sangha, today we began the Brahmavihāras with loving kindness. We learned that kindness begins within and extends without limit, even to the shadow within us. Together, let us affirm, may all beings be safe, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings live with ease. And with that, we've just got one more thing. We're going to show you what we provide here at the Lotus Flower Wellness Temple. There we go.
We offer Reiki workshops, sifting sins. We do tarot and oracle messages. We have healing tonics. We have natural triple butter soaps and candles. So we are located at 625-13 Railroad Square in Tallahassee. If you would like to come by and check us out.
Yeah. And for those of you who are stopping here, thank you for joining us. Namaste, Sat Nam. I wish you all a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. For those of you who are continuing on, we're going to move on to our after service podcast, and we're going to talk about the message and how we all feel about it. So you can just sit tight and we'll get set up for that.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're that glued on. Right.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, and then
And I think my dog can kind of switch this side a little bit.
Yeah.
Could be right
there you go. There you go. Oh yes. All right. Now we got to plug the correct one in. Uh-oh.
Testing. All right, we're good.
Over about the Buddha can help it. The Buddha can help.
Yeah, we can bring it a bit close. There we go.
Okay, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide the foot down a little further.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that works. Now let's test.
Testing.
Okay. And will you test that one?
Testing.
Perfect.
All right.
In here, I'll just put this.
All right, so let's go ahead and introduce ourselves for those who don't know.
Welcome to Lotus Flower Wellness podcast. This is a discussion podcast that we do after temple service. So,
My name is Quinn.
Miguel.
and I'm Erin. Thank you for staying behind and joining us. So, how did you feel about the message today, guys? Who wants to start?
Well, I think it resonated very strongly. There are like a big part of working on your shadow and working on that hidden part of you is definitely that loving kindness. Is sharing that with not only people that you're neutral with, but also people that you have trouble with, that you struggle with. Something that I've been advised is generally like you don't want to start off with the people that you have big trauma with initially. You start out with people with, someone who cut you off in traffic or someone who hurt you a little bit, and then like slowly as you grow, you work your way towards those people who, caused you a lot of trouble and a lot of trauma. And eventually you find yourself feeling a lot lighter.
Yeah, so instead of overwhelming yourself, you try to go step by step. You start with maybe something a little more easy, and then you work into the harder stuff. That's really good advice, Quinn. Yay, good advice. I've missed you guys so much.
Oh, likewise.
Yes, I was gone for a mission trip in Belize for about 3.5 months, and the guys did such an amazing job. Keeping temple service going here and the podcast and everything. And I'm just so very proud of them for their perseverance and just the energy that they put in to share this with the world. And, we might be a small audience right now, but we're growing, right? And eventually it's going to grow even bigger. And these resources are still going to be out there for the world whenever anyone is ready for them. So, so we're just putting in love now and planting seeds, and we're going to start to see even more and more grow. I just know, and that is the way that it works. And then I would just want to say these two gentlemen have done amazing strides in their own lives and in their own energy and growth. And so that is just something really remarkable to be able to see their journeys personally as well. So yay, a round of applause for you guys. Yay. All right, Miguel. So, what did you get from today's temple service and the message? Anything?
Well, old habits are hard to break, and it's always hard for me because I've never been a social person. So, a lot of times it's easy for me to be nice to people that I know pretty well and that I like, but it only just becomes more difficult after that. So, somebody that I don't know or someone that I barely know and only just kind of, or, that I'm just neutral to,
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, now it's a little bit harder because I don't know them, so I don't know how to approach them, and it's like just having a conversation with them can be pretty difficult. And then if it's someone I don't like at all, oh, that's like, it's like biting nails for me, it's like, I know it's always important to be kind to everyone because, it's never a good idea to make any enemies with anybody, whether you like them or not, because you never know when you might need someone's help, and so the person that, was always mean and rude to you and, you show them kindness, they might actually, somewhere down the road, actually be able to help you in ways that you never thought, so it's always a struggle for me, just to be nice and cordial to people that I don't know or that I don't like, and so I try, and certainly it's something that I struggle with, but I know it's something important for just the general well-being of, the community, for society and just for other people's spiritual well-being, that small little kindness that you do for somebody might very well, change their lives,
Yes.
You never know, like just giving some random homeless person, $10 might very well, put him in a situation where he went to go get a cheeseburger and someone offers him a job,
Yeah.
you never know. Just how just a small bit of kindness can just really, change a person's life.
Yeah, so thank you. That's a nice perspective too, that you added towards the end that I really liked is that, you don't really know whether you're nice or not nice. You really don't know what the outcome is of that. So, and a lot more times, if you know that you weren't so nice to someone, it's definitely a little nudge towards the outcome is probably not going to weigh very well on them. So in essence, you're starting a cycle, and it's either good or bad for them, right? So you're almost, and maybe on a day that might be a little harder because somebody was just flicked you off on when you were walking down the road for no reason, and then you all of a sudden encounter someone, you have an opportunity to be kind, and you're still upset about that thing that happened. You're almost carrying forward that negative energy that kind of put a little stump in your day, right? So it's almost breaking the cycle of something that you could have a tendency to react not so kindly, and then if you consciously become more aware of trying to be more kind, I think that we'll have more moments that we won't have to kind of look over our shoulder wondering when that other thing is going to come to us, the random person driving down the road and flicking us off kind of thing. So it's actively, I believe, like it's actively kind of tweaking the karma track for people throughout the day, just adding that loving kindness when you could otherwise be kind of tainted by another thing that happened to you earlier in the day. So stopping that cycle of carrying on that negative thing versus something that could be more positive for someone. So thank you.
And like something that is coming to me that I feel called to bring up is in spiritual practice in general, it's important to embrace it in a way that resonates with you. So like even if you see certain rules or certain ways laid out to you, that like this is a form of practicing this, you can rework it into something that resonates better with you, in your situation. How can, like for example, with loving kindness, how can you show loving kindness? How can you, in your environment, in your life, the way that you live it, maybe you don't have much time for like meditation, or you're not really good at focusing. Maybe you go on a walk, and you just think of those people, and you just send out that kind of energy, that loving energy towards those people that you've encountered throughout your day, or that you've encountered throughout your life later on. There's always a way to make these spiritual practices applicable to you and personalized. And you shouldn't feel any sort of shame for doing so. We all have our own personal experience with spirituality, and that is important. Like, it's more important to have your own personal experience than to just have the same experience of it as every single other person.
Yes, and thank you for pointing that out. That is very, very true, and applied across all the teachings that you'll hear us share is that, it's more of, mindfulness and ways to think about things. And then when you do, it triggers your own connection with that truth. And then you're personally going to be guided to what resonates with you. So at the end of the day, we're talking about getting this information, this truth to your soul, to your heart, and feeling how you resonate with it from a place of truth. And so that is what we're sharing here, is an opportunity to have that moment to discern the information, the wisdom that we've come across, that was worked for us, that we're constantly working and striving towards to get to a place that we can, with ease, live consistently with ease. And there are things that you can be more mindful of, more aware of, and active in the energy of in your life that can make a huge shift and change in the outcome of what you will achieve in this lifetime. And that's, our energy flows just like water flows to, it flows where we're paying attention, where we put our focus. That's kind of the path that it's going to take. So when we start focusing on more positive things, more higher energy things that leave us feeling as if we are contributing in a positive way, instead of acting out of a place of fear or scars and putting out negative because we've been hurt. When we make that shift and we decide and choose to be consciously aware of what our actions and our steps that we're taking towards other people, towards ourselves, it really does start to kind of steer that boat, if you will, in that flow where you want to go, and a place that can literally have you feeling joyful and loving your life and enjoying it the way that we were meant to be here doing and shining. And that is ultimately what we are sharing here.
Right. And there are things that only you can do. There are things that only you are here to do. There are things that, you're part of a group of people that are here to do that thing. But, there are ways that only you can experience spirituality in that way. And that's okay. It's okay to be different than other people in the way that you experience these things, in the way that you practice these things. It's okay to make it your own. So I really do encourage you to, if you're not resonating with some of the ways that we practice these things, find your own way to practice it. Find something that resonates with you, something that speaks to your heart, and start doing that. And as you do, you'll just get better and better. It'll grow, and you'll create something of your own. I recently got a reading, and part of that reading was that, I need to work on expressing that inner creativity with what I do. I face a lot of boredom. I have a lot of moments where, I'm not really, thinking of what can I be doing, and there's that creativity from my childhood is still with me. It's still here. I just need to open up to it and to find new ways to do what I've been doing, or find new things to focus on.
Yes. Yes. Cheers. Yes, exactly. And that is one of the reasons why here at the temple we offer sit paint zens and the candle making workshops. When you get out of your ego head, your brain, that processor, and you drop into the heart space, that creative space, and you just give yourself that reprieve for a bit, it's just amazing what happens. It might not just happen right there. It's happening within your art. It's happening in your ability to just give your body a break and not be all, it's happening then in later inspirations that will come to you because you allowed kind of to turn that like button off that says, oh, this is, I'm so busy focusing here, I can't hear any of this. So you broke that pattern even for an hour. That's powerful. Things get through the door when it's open for an hour, right? So, just that's the part of the healing energy that we offer here. Do it for yourself. If you're not specifically here on a Saturday or Sunday at 5 o'clock for Sit Paint Zens, schedule yourself a time where you just drop into some sort of creativity, whether it be painting, write a poem, just channel whatever. You don't even try to have any words. Just start writing and see what your soul lets you see and discover about, what you're feeling internally. Play some music, dance. There's many different forms of creativity, and it's amazing what will happen when you'll allow yourself to tap into it freely without judgment of yourself or anyone else. Just be free. So for instance, if you're dancing, instead of dancing a TikTok the same way everyone else does, maybe put on music and just see what your body is going to let you do, what is going to guide you to do, what energy is wanting to express, and be okay with that, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks about it. Or if you're the type of person that still needs some work getting over those type of things, dance in your bedroom and don't judge yourself. But I know you're probably used to doing that. Tell yourself, when you start to judge yourself, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to allow to see how wonderful and flow amazing I am, and just let your soul guide you in the movement. But what we do is we're like, oh, somebody might be seeing or watching me. That's embarrassing. So then we just stop our greatness because we're so worried about what other people are going to think about it. So when you can get over that big, huge blockage that is stopping a lot of people from shining and opening their lotus flower the way that it is meant to be, their truth, blossoming, you will find that you really do break a big part of that that kind of outer shell that's keeping us kind of somewhat wearing masks. So when you can start to work towards getting back to your authenticity, that is one of the big stops, is you have to get that under control of how you speak to yourself and the allowance that you have of your actual truth to be a part of your experience in this life.
All right, yeah, and something else about even dance and these sorts of things. I've known people who use dance as a ritual for manifestation and for utilizing those sorts of energies for healing purposes as well. There are many ways that you can manifest, that you can use energy, and follow your intuition on that. If you feel like you're able to heal, you're able to manifest, you're able to create with those energies, by all means try.
Yes.
Give it a shot. You may find that you have gifts that you never even realized.
Right? Do it one day, and who knows, the very next day, the thing that you had as an intention may very well happen the very next day. You might find that not only can you manifest, but you're a really fast manifester. So yes, we all are here to encourage and help and guide anyone out there in this whole world that is ready to have the tools and to do the inner work and to have the awareness to move forward in your path. We are definitely here for you. So yeah, I think, do you have anything else, guys?
Yeah.
Well, I would say sometimes the things we're called to do are so out of our comfort zone, and that's something that I've been personally struggling with, and so, a lot of times, I have to find ways to make it my own, like come to some compromise that, okay, well, this is what I'm called to do, and I know this is what I need to do, but the things that I'm called to do are like just difficult because they're things that I struggle with, and so it's like, it's like it's hard a lot of times, because it's things that I have to basically learn. It's not even like something that I had to reteach myself. It's just something that I never really knew how to do, and so it's like, but once you get to a point where, okay, I can make this my own. I can do it my way, and I know how to do it now in a way that I could easily do it. Then the things that were seemed impossible are now easy to do because it's like that, just that aha moment, that eureka, where you're like, okay, I know I got to do this, and this is what I'm called to do, so I'm going to do it this way because that's just how, just to match your personality, and to match your to compensate for what you might not be good at, and of course, work on the thing. It's one of those things where you can work on the things that are difficult for you, but if you focus on your strengths, it'll kind of carry your struggles along with you, and actually make your flaws a little bit better without you even realizing it. And it's like kind of not quite fake it till you make it, but like but more like you're like being caught in the current. It's like, okay, well, if I just drop everything in the current, they're all eventually going to flow down the same path anyways. And so the stuff that's behind eventually is going to catch up. The stuff that that got dumped ahead. So, and then it'll all start to lump together into a point where, that's not so bad anymore, and then you look back at yourself and think, wow, I improved myself and didn't even realize it.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. And we thank you for sharing. And also, and anyone joining us on the live or watching it later, if you ever have any questions, or you ever have any comment that you want to share about what we discussed and everything, just please do leave it in the comments. And or better yet, you can reach out to us on our website, lotusflowerwellnesstemple.com, and there's a place to reach out to us there. And if you ever have any specific questions or whatnot, maybe we can address them the next podcast, and then we can actually do a little shout out to you and say, hey, we're reaching back to respond to your questions. So yeah, please feel free to do that if you have a question that you think might be a good one on the podcast. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna finish it up now for today. Right. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you coming back, and please share, subscribe, and tell some friends about us. We're here for everyone. All right. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah.
we did a thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to stop. Forgot.
You press the X.